So you want to make your axe.
Yeah, so I'll go back to...
You go to Mahim. Oi! Nice to see you again, Toro. All right.
Wow, Mahim.
You got that process stuff I was talking about? The coral?
It's a crate.
Whew. All right.
I got 2 pounds of it.
Good stuff. All right, that should be enough. Here's how this is going to work. Your axe, the price if you were to just go into a store and buy it, is 750 gold.
What, the axe I'm about to make?
Yes.
Cool.
However, how you do on these following blacksmith rolls will lower the price.
Yeah, because might need to buy more materials to make up for it or whatnot. Okay.
Yeah.
What rolls am I making here?
So you're going to make 3 successive blacksmithing rolls, which I consider as either strength or dexterity, plus your proficiency since you have proficiency.
Definitely dexterity on that one.
Yeah, dexterity for Toro. Yeah. Sure. No, I'm making strength.
And I've been watching so much Forged in Fire, so now I understand how.
Oh my god!
Dude, now I understand how forging works a little bit better.
Hey.
I'm like, oh, I had no idea how this worked before. Now I do.
Yeah.
I'm honestly an expert.
Was that
now.
the one where they make the knives?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
It's like
bladed weapons.
It's
Yeah.
chopped, but
Now-
for forging.
Yeah. It will kill.
I watched it. Yeah.
How does he say it? It will kill. That's a
Whenever
interesting way of saying
whenever
it.
they
Yeah,
test
whenever
out
they do
your
the
knife and it doesn't
knife
cut a
testing.
sandbag, feels
yeah.
bad, man.
And they're like, it will not kill. I'm like, bro, you couldn't even make a knife sharp. Like, what the fuck are you doing on this show?
Dude, they're stressed out, man. Okay.
Anyways,
All right, I'm
yeah,
making
go ahead.
3 of these successively.
Yes.
Okay. First one, here we go. We're starting off good. That's a 23.
Yeah, that beat the DC and a half. Yeah.
Ding ding ding.
All right.
Okay.
So basically, for Toro, you have to work with this material, right? So you decide to do a. I remember the name of it. I think it was some Japanese thing that they did in Fortune Fire. But basically, you get the steel, and then you make like a little case of the steel, and then you put like a bunch of balls in there of like a harder steel.
Okay.
And then you fill that like chamber with the red like processed coral powder.
Yeah.
And you close it off, and then you put it inside of the forge, and you heat it up.
Oh.
And then you have this like really white hot like case of metal, and then you start banging away at it. Now make your other strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Or strength check, rather.
Ooh, not as good. This one's a 9.
Okay, so that one lowered the price by 50. This one raises it by 25 again. So you're sitting at 725 right now. Okay. So that one, it takes you a while, unfortunately, and you kind of fuck up the process a few times. So unfortunately, you have to... at one point, you have to redo the whole thing, and then like at one point, you had to reforge it again. It kind of wastes a lot of time and resources, unfortunately. But you are able to get it done. So that is good. Make one more for finishing up and sharpening the blade.
Wow, 12.
12.
Dang, dude.
Sorry.
A 5, a 2, and a 16.
We're back at 750. So...
Does that not take into account the fact that I have the raw material too, so we don't have to buy that?
No, you don't have to buy stuff.
Okay.
But the thing is, 750 is for buying like the asteroid metal that you needed.
Oh, okay.
Because he's not just going to give that like expensive ass shit to you.
Yeah,
for free.
okay.
So,
God, dude,
like, unfortunately,
750.
you have to.
Big yikes.
You lose a lot of money, unfortunately, but you are able to finally. After hours of slaving away at this thing, it's really hard to make it. You've never had to work with coral before. You've never made a magical weapon, but at the end of it, you're pretty proud of the battle axe that you made, and you get Riptide. If you look in D&D Beyond, it's an item that you have now.
And that's 750 out of my pocket, correct?
Yes, it's a battle axe +1, plus it has magical effects as well.
Hey, okay.
I believe it allows you to add 1d6 force damage to a hit 3 times per long rest or something like that. I don't remember what I put.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. Does that conclude your turn? Or not your turn, your free time for now? You may want to add something later. That's fine.
Yeah.
So at the end of it all...
Yeah, hold on, let me...
Mahim's kind of looking at the blade. Not a bad job, Toro. Well, we may want to add let's add a better handle than that one. Kind of looks a little rough. I'll make the handle myself if you don't mind.
Sure, yeah, I mean...
And Mahim kind of helps you out with finishing up the weapon, but the blade itself is perfect.
Shit.
There you go.
All right.
Jack, why don't you explain exactly what you're trying to do?
Like as Jack or as
Blake
me?
for now.
So, Jack's decided that during free time, he wants to get a day job, right? And his day job is he wants to teach at a university on Saloon. He wants to teach evocation magic. So if it like only hires wizards, his plan is to pass himself off as an evocation wizard instead of a sorcerer. And also he wants to be sort of like study like anthropology and like archaeology, basically these other civilizations, and come back to like his class after like adventures and basically talk about what he's been doing while he's gone and like show them so they can get firsthand experience.
I really like how we're spending a week here and you're getting a day job and you just come in and teach a class for a week.
This
And
man,
then you're
this
gone.
man is an
he's
egomaniac, dude.
What's his
I
name?
swear.
What's his name? The guy at UT, the actor.
Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey, yeah. He's just like McConaughey. He just shows up occasionally, teaches a class, and leaves.
I think he has longer than a week worth of classes.
Probably longer than
though.
a week, yeah. But I think he's kind of like, he kind of does that.
He shows up for a semester, teaches a class.
And
Yeah.
leaves, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's gonna
Jack's
be me.
really pushing it with the week thing, but
No, I'll, like it'll be like coming back and forth. Like I'll have a
yeah,
substitute.
they probably won't start your class yet just
He's
because you're
gonna
only
go
here
on
to like apply right now. But
No, I
Yeah.
want to start.
okay, sure, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, so what exactly? Okay, so Josephine tells you, Jack, there's a school called. Well, there's one magic school here in Saloon. It's called the Saloon School of Enlightenment. It's
Sounds
wizards
culty, but
teaching
okay.
children how to.
How
Do
old
magic?
of children?
Well, they're mostly teenagers.
Ah,
Yeah.
delightful.
Yes. It's a very selective school, very difficult to get into. I went there myself. I was part of the more of technological magic side of things.
Now, is it only wizards that go there?
Yes, wizards and artificers. Unfortunately, I don't know what you're planning to do there.
I'm a wizard.
No, Jack, you're not.
Yes,
You've already
I am.
told me this. You're not. I'm sorry.
Okay, hopefully it'll sound more convincing when I tell them.
I hope so too. Well, the headmaster of the school currently is Twitter users Oleander Adonis Monkshood Henbane the Fifth, also known as Ollie.
Ollie.
Yes.
That's who I want to be when I grow up.
Thank you, Twitter user. Anyways, so I mean, good luck. I'm not sure what your plan is, but I wish you all the best. And she kind of like, this is like, I would say like the day you're going for the interview or like to ask them or whatever.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Jack's going to like change with his
Shift
shift
weave,
weave in order to look like he's like wearing like a suit. But, like,
Okay.
it's like got like tails on it, you know? So he's gonna look like a very dapper professor.
Okay, cool. So very professor like, okay.
Yeah.
She kind of adjusts your like shirt and she's like, good luck, Jack.
Thank you.
Okay. You
That's
head
how
off?
you're gonna leave? No kiss on the cheek?
Fine. And she gives you a kiss and you leave.
So weird.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. This is our love.
All right, so you get there. You're at the Saloon School of Enlightenment. You walk in. You see it's like a sort of tower almost. That has like a little reception area for you to sort of.
Is the receptionist a man or a woman?
It's just an elf. You don't know.
Okay. Spectrum? Okay. I'm gonna walk out to the elf person. I'm gonna say, good afternoon. Is it afternoon?
Yeah.
Good afternoon to you. I was hoping if there's time today, I am here to apply for a position here at the School of Enlightenment.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we were actually looking for help. Are you responding to the ad we put in the paper?
Which one in particular?
Well, we had a few. We had one for a professor in divination. We had one for a professor in evocation, and we had one for a professor in abjuration.
I'm a evocation wizard.
Evocation, understood. Okay. Well, if you're free right now, we could do the interview.
Of course.
Of course. Well, Barium Portley, he'll be the one. Named by a Twitter follower. Thank you. He'll be the one who will interview you.
I see.
Why don't you follow me? And she
Okay.
leads you inside, and then she goes off to a sort of side room.
Before like we get there, I'm like gonna ask, is he a doctor?
He's one of the top wizards here at our school, and he He does most of the hiring.
You're fucked.
What?
You're getting interviewed by a fucking wizard. Have fun.
He'll talk to you.
I'm a fucking wizard.
You're a sorcerer.
I expect that you would be. In any
I'm not
case,
saying that.
and like closes the door. Well, wait here. About like 30 minutes go by. There's like a book or something you can read if you want or whatever.
I'm writing.
Oh, you're writing your book. That's right. Okay, so about 30 minutes go by. Eventually, the door opens up and you see a halfling walk in, and he walks up in front of you. Okay, I see. So,
Professor Mariam, is it?
yes.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jackson.
Nice to meet you too. Okay. So, I hear that you want to be an evocation professor.
Well, I would like to be an evocation wizard.
Yes, it is based on a real person. Oh yes. Huh? No. Don't say it so close to the mic. Oh no, it's like literally. I don't know. Okay, I don't know the like guy's name, but basically, I was at like the job like expo thing, right?
Yeah.
And then like one of the recruiters, he walked up to us, right? And there's like a group of like 3 of us, okay? And this dude like shows up, and he's like, okay. I'm like, all right. And then like the recruiter starts talking to all of us, like he's just trying to give like you know like the rundown of the company.
Yeah.
I have never heard a voice more irritating in my life. You think I'm joking when I do this voice? I'm not joking. That's his exact fucking voice. Okay? And he literally said, okay, after every single sentence that the recruiter said. And this man was talking for 5 minutes. So for 5 minutes of speech, after every sentence, I heard, okay. What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Okay.
All right, anyways. Okay.
I was actually an evocation professor on Taril. So I do have experience.
From Taril.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm also part of a crew. I'm the captain of our ship's name is not the Roman Candle anymore. We call it like the Marlin now, right? I'm not talking to. We call it the Marlin now, right?
I don't know what you guys call it.
I'm the captain of the
You
Marlin.
guys never came up with a name, to be fair.
We're gonna do Marlin right now. I'm the captain of the Marlin. We found this. We were adventurers on Taril, and part in my off season of being a professor, I went. I'm just not gonna give him a chance to talk. Hang on, I need to compose myself. In the off season of when I wasn't teaching, I was also an adventurer that would go with a captain, and we eventually, so I could go back and teach my students about what magic is in the real world, also the history of evocation magic. It was really insightful and helpful for them to do that. And we found the ship that is what you are here with. And it was unfamiliar to us, and then we just flew up, and now we're sort of marooned on Saloon, and so I'm actually looking for work.
Wow.
And I hope that my
How can anyone listen?
I'm gonna look like fucking
I'm going.
Viewership. And then when I see like the stats, like the viewership stats, I'm like, okay.
It's so you know how you can like see like who's like if it's like
Going down.
yeah.
No, okay. Anyways, continue. It's okay, dude.
Bailey, would you shut up? So I was actually hoping you can actually tell me a little bit more about this position here.
Okay. We just need someone to teach everyone, evocation.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you sound like you're qualified. Can you show me a little bit of your magic, maybe? Like just a simple cantrip or spell? Okay.
He's gonna like snap his fingers and do like his ignite just ability.
What is that spell?
This is actually just because of who I am as any gestures to his race. He's gonna do minor illusion and prestidigitation, and then it's like I can obviously do firebolt, but I can shoot balls of.
Why don't you shoot that vase over there?
And he's gonna do his little finger. Gonna go.
Okay. And I suspect that you know how to, properly convey that information to others. How
Yes.
to do it. Okay. Well, let's go ahead. And he starts leading you over to classroom, and you see there's another professor teaching there right now in front of a bunch of different there's a bunch of teenagers in this room.
Like how many? would you say?
There's 20.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he's like teaching them something. And he's like, okay, this is one of our evocation classes. Why don't you go ahead and, Professor, could you move aside for a second? What are you teaching them right now? Okay, well, Fireball, perfect. Could you show them the equations related to Fireball? I just want to see how you teach that to these students. Wizarding school, dude. What do you expect is going to happen?
Why is there equation? Okay.
Welcome to Sales Off the Rails. Side effects may include
Nausea.
nausea, sleepiness, tiredness.
Okay,
fatigue,
stop calling us boring.
fatigue, overactive eating,
Yeah.
an overbite that wasn't there before, a weird mole on the back of your neck, unexpected pregnancy,
Wait, what?
and in some cases, death. Ask your doctor about Sales Off the Rails today. And then images of like old people at the park, like,
Yeah.
playing with their grandkids
And like
or
two,
something.
like a couple, like in a bathtub together.
Yeah,
You know, like what was that? Do you remember there was a drug where they would be like in a bathtub together?
I remember. I know
It was
exactly. what
it
you're
was like
talking
some
about.
sex drug.
Truly, it was probably
Some sex drug, not as good as Viagra.
the one that made me laugh was Latuda. 'Cause it was like Latuda because the name was like you got a tood, but it was supposed to help with like what's it called? Like your emotions, it's supposed to like balance your emotions or something. And I was like, you got a tood, Latuda can help with your tood.
Oh my
It made me
God.
laugh every time.
Shit. No, I think I know it's a Fiat commercial, but the one where like the Viagra pill,
Falls in the
Into the-
gas tank and it gets
Yeah.
like buff. Yes.
I was like, that's so good. Like, oh my god. I wish that's how it works.
I
Like, can you
know.
imagine? I need to upgrade my car.
Truly,
Put-
what
pop
would
a
happen
Viagra.
if I put it in my big ass van?
You get a monster
Jesus.
truck?
Ugh.
A monster truck held together by tacks and. Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm not shaming Ethan. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So, seriousness. What does Ethan do when? I need to calm myself. Okay. So you guys just got back from Taha, sort of like talking ominously about shit happening. And I'd just say it's like the next day. Like, what do you do?
Saloon. So essentially, what Ethan is going to do, is there like any body of water on this planet?
Yeah. There's like a lake.
Okay, I'm gonna.
It's
go-
outside the city, but you can go there.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Is it like far from the city?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go
You
there.
can get a little cart there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a cart there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the.
So you find a cart and you get a trip there for like, let's say 1 silver.
Fair.
Actually, no. This is even cheaper than that. Let's just go with 3 copper. It's just like a short ride in a cart.
Okay.
So yeah. And that'll be for like a return trip. So don't worry about like returning or whatever. But yeah. Okay, so you do that.
Okay, and then I'm there.
So basically, you go to the moon. Is not well known for a lot of water, but this is like a very small lake. Back on Earth, it probably wouldn't even be really considered much of a lake. Probably like a very minor one, if anything. But it does have like maybe 7 feet deep water, enough to swim in.
So I'm gonna 7 feet is a lot for low me.
Yeah.
because it's like double my height.
Mhm.
But I do enjoy a good swim. Not necessarily like a swim, just like wading or like and like it'll be like a gradual drop into the lake, right? So I'm like in the shallow part, just wading, relaxing in the water, kind of meditating, focusing. Maybe I have like a book open nearby about math, about I don't know, the ratio test or some shit. Like,
Okay.
yeah, something to do with infinite
A
series.
light reading, enjoy like
light
humorous
reading,
reading.
just for funsies, just a
Yeah.
joke.
Okay. All right. So, I guess let's say it's around midday. You're kind of like basking in the sun, floating around, having fun. When I'd say about like an hour or so into it, you hear a splash next to you, and just sort of looking over, you hear "Think fast!" and you just get like, make a dexterity saving throw.
Love that.
Let's see.
Nat 20, baby.
Oh shit!
We starting off strong.
Okay. So, Ethan, you look over and you see this pale green fist sort of coming right at you, and you grab it in midair and just sort of hold it there, and are able to like redirect it like away from you. And looking up, you see like Quinn, who's looking down at you. Wow,
Quinn.
good reaction.
Hmm.
I like that, Ethan.
What are you doing here, Quinn?
Well, I was just going around, having a nice swim, doing some reading on different things, and I just saw you, and I thought, well, ain't that Ethan? And I thought I'd come over and say hi.
Well, Quinn, isn't it nice to see you again? I've put the skills you've taught me to good use these past week. I've been off the planet. We fought some sea hags. What's the word? What the fuck word? Not accomplices. Companions?
Companions?
Yes, my companions and I fought a couple of sea hags, put out some fires, saved some orphans from certain doom, and we definitely almost killed a god, but my sun monk powers are definitely coming in handy.
Well, that's good to hear, Ethan, but you look, and he's kind of like looking you up and down. Looks like you got a couple scratches on you. You got hit a couple times or something?
Well, I mean, it's only natural when you're in battle that...
And he's just mostly looking like, if you remember when you were with Vita and you were fighting those like shark people with forearms, and you got like bodied by like a trident while you were like, and you almost died.
with Risa?
With
Risa?
Vita.
Was Risa there too?
Yeah, Vita was there. No, not the time when you were fighting the
Was this... Okay, I think I know. Yeah, I know.
You remember when
I
you went to the
remember.
princess's room?
Yes, I remember.
He's mostly just looking because you got like stabbed.
Yeah,
through
I was
with a
thinking
trident.
about something else. Because I remember Risa getting stabbed.
And sort of with your shirt off and you're like kind of lying in the water.
Oh
He's,
yeah,
like,
you
able
can
to
see my
like,
wounds.
This, like
Yeah.
some of the like remains of those like wounds. He's like, looks like you got kind of hurt. Like it's kind of rough, man.
Well, it's all in a day's work. At the end of the day, we do what we have to do to get paid. We're in space, and we can't really head home anytime soon.
Yeah, I suppose that's especially true for you, seeing how the other watchtower types reacted when they saw you.
Very true. Quinn, by the way, do you know much about those watchtower halflings? I have a good basic understanding, but is there anything very important I should know about them?
Most I know about them is that they live up there in that big old clock out in space, and they do magic research and kind of like librarians, I guess. They collect a lot of different information from all over the place. Seems like Librarian Town was run by some of them, and I'm no longer welcome there on account of what happened last time. So, well,
Have you been to this tower?
the watchtower. No, they don't really let people in who ain't of their own kind or who don't have special invitation to come in.
But would they let you in if someone like them was with you?
Probably, yeah. They probably do a vetting process first or something, but I mean, I've heard of watchtower halflings going in with other people, yeah. Big old clock. All clocks we have are made there, you know that, right?
All clocks come from watchtower halflings?
From the watchtower, yeah.
Not necessarily made by halflings, just from the watchtower.
Well, they're all synchronized to the same exact time, right?
Oh, yes, I'm aware.
So it's all synchronized to the clock they have up there in space.
And only halflings live there?
As far as I know, yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, Quinn, what are you doing at the lake? You were just spending a day relaxing?
Well, I wanted to get in some practice as well. Do a little bit of training.
A little bit of training for what? Are you preparing for something, Quinn?
Nah, but if I don't keep training, my fist gets a little rusty,
fist gets a little rusty. I do know what you mean. It's
It-
my first day off today.
Well, if you want, you can just watch what I do.
I think that would be suitable for now. I don't have the energy to get up and punch things right now.
Well, come along. And he takes you over to the shore, and there's this big rock there, like almost like a boulder. And Quinn walks up to it and is like, "So Ethan, can you do this yet?" And he walks over to the rock, and he... Oofers. Okay, that's a big number. So you see his hand begin to glow, like, and the energy from like different like mathematical symbols like tattooed into his arm begin to rise up, and he punches into the rock, and you can see the runes glow up all across the rock, and it explodes. And you just see the rock begins to crumble down into like basically rubble and pebbles.
Well, shit, Quinn. Where the hell did you learn how to do that?
Well, most everything I know I learned from my master. This is one of them. One of the things I learned. It's mostly just, putting a lot more energy from what we learn about the universe into our hands when we let it all out into the rock itself. It's think about it like this. Currently, what you're doing mostly is just manipulating energy within yourself and sending it out with your sunbolt.
Yes.
However, what you have to learn now to do is manipulate the energy inside of other people.
So did you do that right now? Manipulate the energy within the rock?
Yep. And by hitting it with my hand, I'm able to manipulate the energy within the rock and sort of manipulate what's going on inside of there and make it do what I want it to.
Interesting. Can you show me how to do this, Quinn?
Sure thing. Well, okay, and he walks over to another rock, and he takes out a piece of chalk, and he draws a symbol on it. Go ahead and try to break that rock.
Okay, I use my thingamabobber, my radiant sunbolt.
You want to shoot it with the sunbolt, or you want to punch it?
Oh.
I'm just
I'll
asking.
punch it. I'll punch it. Why not?
Okay.
Do I roll to hit?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a rock. Okay, if I fuck this up. 22.
22 to hit. Okay, now also roll a wisdom check.
A wisdom check?
Yeah.
$15.
15. Okay. Hitting the you focus in on the energy within your hand like you've done many times. You feel the sort of mathematical calculations quickly running in your head, like just run through them. And you punch at the rock, and you can feel this time it's different, just kind of keeping in mind what you heard from Quinn. You feel things within the rock itself. It's almost like you can feel your hand sort of inside of it, and you can feel things moving around inside. But by the time you pull back your hand just kind of hurts a little bit, and the rock did not explode.
Quinn, I felt something. What was I doing wrong?
Ethan, when you fight, what do you use to fight? Just curious.
Will I use my hands? What do you mean, what do I use to fight?
Do you use weapons, or like what's the story there?
Well, for the most part, I'll punch things or I'll throw the sunbolts that you taught me to create at them. Occasionally, I'll use my short sword, but for the most part, it's my knuckles.
Ethan, I think you're gonna need to start training your body a little bit more. I think the problem with you is you're dependent on your sword a little too much. It's almost like a crutch, if that makes sense. Thing is, when you get to a certain level in the way of the sun, so your hand should be hot enough to melt any metal. So,
Any metal?
exactly. So in that scenario, having a metal sword in your hand ain't most beneficial situation.
Well, how do you suggest I get my hands hot?
Simple. Manipulate energy. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is practicing on more targets, but maybe ditch the sword from now on.
Ditch the sword. Interesting technique. So rely entirely on my hands?
Well, you can use the sunbolt, of course, if you need to. I'm not saying, cripple your own fighting ability. But try to see if you can't, I don't know, practice a little bit more with that. Especially when you're out there doing your job.
Do you have any suggestions as to what I should try punching?
Here, I have an idea. Why don't you follow me?
I follow.
Okay. You guys go back into town, right? And he takes you to sort of an apartment in not like a rich part of town or anything, just like a regular looking apartment. Not too fancy. It's actually really simple decoration wise and like furniture wise, just maybe like one chair, one table. And there seems to be a bedroom that was closed off. In any case, he basically sits down in front of the table, which is low to the ground, and he takes out a board. So it's
Like a wooden board?
a wooden board. Like it seems to be a board with a slight indent in it.
Okay.
And then he puts a bunch of these little, almost like checkers, a little thicker than checkers though, like height wise, and he puts them down in a certain pattern on the table. And then he takes out a flatter piece and he puts it on one side of the. So basically, he puts the checkers in like a sort of floral pattern in the center, and then he puts the flatter piece on like one edge of the table. Ethan, I want you to try to hit the striker here with your sun energy, and then manipulate it while it moves, and try to hit that energy inside of these pieces over here. The idea is your striker shouldn't explode when you start manipulating that energy inside of it, and instead it should transfer all that stuff and all that power into these pieces over here. It should make them move around in a way you want them to.
Interesting. I'll try it out.
Okay. So you go ahead and strike it. All right. Make a dexterity check and then also a wisdom check.
So not a dexterity saving throw, just a check. 17 for this, 18 for the wisdom check.
18 total?
Total, yeah, it's a 14 plus 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not perfect, but you are able to hit the striker with a lot of energy. And it seems for a second that kind of bends a little bit with how much force you put into it by striking it, but it remains its shape, and the only like thing left behind is like maybe like a tiny little crack, and it goes ahead and hits all the pieces in the center, and you see them all like fly around the board and like hit it along the sides and sort of scatter everywhere.
Damn, Quinn. Did I do it, Quinn? Did I make you proud?
Yeah, it's a pretty good start, Ethan. Basically, at one point you should get to this point, and he puts them back in the floral arrangement, and when he hits it, when it goes out and hits the center. Okay, Quinn. Okay. So not as good as he was hoping, but basically it hits it, and then you see them like move in a very coordinated manner. So whereas yours had been like a little bit more chaotic with them hitting all over the place and like whacking into each other, these seem to move out in straight lines almost from where he hits it in like a pattern. And then when they hit on the edge of the table, they all basically stop. And then like the pattern basically, it looks like this the sort of maybe bud that he had like arranged has like blossomed almost.
Like synchronized swimmers.
Yeah, sure. I guess you can look at it that way. Not what I was going for, but hey, if it helps.
And how long did it take you to perfect this, Queen?
A while. I would say maybe like 4 years.
Oh my God, 4 years.
Well, okay, but to be fair, Ethan, I wasn't able to do that first hit thing that you just did for a solid year and a half. So if you're able to do that much already, I mean,
exponential growth within
suppose
moments.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
Ugh, my mind amazes me sometimes, Quinn.
Well, Ethan, how about we keep going see how much you can accomplish in today.
That sounds good to me, Quinn.
Okay. And then Ethan, basically you spend the rest of the day just whacking away at that striker, and over the course of the day, you do you accomplish basically what you set out. You are able to not necessarily get it to bloom like Quinn did, but it seems to at least slightly blossom a little bit eventually over hours and hours of practice.
God, this is exhausting. I think I need to go to bed. I'm gonna be honest with you, Quinn.
Yeah, Ethan, I'm a little tired myself. Why don't you head on out?
Yeah, I might. I'll see you whenever I see you again, I suppose, Quinn.
Sure thing, man. I mean, you always have the walkie-talkie if you want to talk to me.
Oh, you are correct. I do have that. I always forget the technology exists.
And hey, if you're ever in town, just come along and chill out here in my apartment.
Do you spend all your time here on Saloon?
For the most part. I mean, some responsibilities I have here, yeah.
Some responsibilities? What other responsibilities do you have?
Make a persuasion check. -1, let's go.
No, I had 0 now. This is 0 because I got points.
Oh, okay, that's right. You put it on.
It's a 13.
13?
13. It's a rough number to work with.
I don't know. That's mostly just caring for a former teacher of mine.
What did they teach you?
What you're doing right now.
I would love to meet them sometime.
Maybe someday. I don't know if he's really in the state of mind right now.
State of mind to meet me or to meet someone new to
meet anyone. I mean, he meets a lot of people, don't get me wrong, but it might be rough.
I think I should go.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I agree too, Ethan. You know what? We'll talk more about this next time. How about that?
Yes, next time I see you, we'll get more details into your juicy life, Quinn.
All right. And how about this? Come out tomorrow and I think I have another little tattoo for you.
Yes, I love tattoos. And then I leave.
Okay.
And then I go home.
Something I was talking about with Jeff. I was like, so I have the spreadsheet of like everyone's like, or a bunch of different like random NPCs like loyalties and like how they feel about certain characters, right?
That's awesome.
I was just looking at it. I'm like, Shippy's like negative on everyone. Like he's like below. Like
Why is he negative on Toro?
Hey,
I encouraged him. I was being nice to him for a little bit,
Yeah, but he was so low already. It was just like, and then like your treatment of him during the trip was like. I was like, oh fuck, it's so funny.
Toro, give him a job, man.
I know, but it's
he hasn't
so
been.
funny.
I got you. Yeah, I mean,
crying.
I think I'm guessing the week on the ship, he's just generally distraught.
Yeah.
Kid.
Yeah, and then it was also pretty funny because I was looking at like different characters. So I was like, okay, Taha's pretty good with everyone. Chippy not so much. And then I was looking at Vita. I'm like, oh no, this is like okay. She's high for Ethan, and then she's like, Is
she negative on any of us?
She's negative on one of you. Yeah.
Is it me?
I'm not gonna say who it is.
Scary, scary, spooky, spooky.
Vita doesn't like me.
Can't see too much.
It's not like the person who it is. It's not like super negative. It's just like negative to neutral. Like other two people are neutral, and then like negative to neutral is like the last person.
Like Toro had a nice conversation.
It's probably
with
me.
her.
That's probably because I'm just a violent individual.
Each character has different
It's me.
ups and downs for each thing.
Oh, it assumes.
Is there anybody that like really likes Jack? I just want to know. You don't have to tell me who it is. Is it
Josephine?
okay? Besides Joe,
she's not even like a main character on the sheet.
does Taha?
I don't.
Does
Taha's
Taha
like good
me?
with everyone. He's not like negative on anyone or neutral anyways. He likes everyone, so There you go.
You just got
I need to be liked.
I mean, to be fair, Jory's like the closest to neutral on every single person. So he has like no positives or negatives with anyone,
It's
aside
like-
from Shippy. Shippy's negative for everyone.
It's like if Jack talks, it's either they're gonna like him a little bit or they're just gonna not like him, like a lot.
Yeah,
I feel like
I would say that's fair. Okay. Cool. All right, let's get. I already started recording like a second ago. Okay, so let's just get started and let's see. So you exit the room, Jack, after the failed lesson, and Barry importantly is standing there, and he's like tapping his foot impatiently. Okay. Well, that lesson didn't end out good.
When's the last time you've been to Tureel?
Never. I've never been to a
When's the
planet.
last time since anybody's been to Tureel? Can you tell me that?
No one's gone there in thousands of years, I would say.
Exactly. Magic has changed on Tureel for us. It's become a little more natural. People like me, we can cast it naturally, intrinsically. There's some of your wizarding work that's involved with it, but there's still some teaching to be done.
Do a deception check, I guess. Kind of deception.
intrinsic.
I wouldn't say like all of Tyrell's like that.
Nice.
12.
Then again, he doesn't know anything about Tureel.
He rolled a 14.
Come on. It has some truth in it, though. Can
It
I
does
roll
have
advantage?
some truth, yeah. No.
Wait. I cast, what was the... Oh, no, that was on intelligence checks. Fuck, never mind.
Well, look, why don't you talk to the headmaster and we'll see about this whole thing. I'm curious how this all works now.
Very well, take me to him.
Okay. And then he leads you over to...
Is that how he talks? I thought he changed... I thought he talked...
He talks like this sometimes. And then he leads you over to... like up the tower, basically. And eventually you come to the top floor. And there's this a mahogany door here before. And knocking, he enters. And a moment later, he gestures for you to come in as well.
I walk in, I
Okay.
put my arms out, I'm like, hello there.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
He
What?
didn't say it back.
Barry, why don't you go away for a little bit?
And he's like, okay. And he just leaves.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't you sit down?
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Oh, yes, nice to meet you. Jack, was it?
Yes. And you are?
Oleander.
Oleand?
Yes.
And he holds out his hand for you to shake.
Jack shakes his hand.
Make a constitution save. No, I'm
What?
kidding.
Are you fucking kidding?
No, I'm joking. In any case.
Well, I heard that you can cast magic in a way that we at the wizarding school don't do. Could you show me real quick?
Jack casts Firebolt.
So,
He just holds out his little gun and just off to the side. Is there like an open window or something non-flammable that he can
there's a
shoot
wall
at?
you can shoot at.
He shoots at the wall, just
Oh,
and then he blows his little gun.
I see.
And he, you see him like do a symbol in the air, and you see like a rune appears on the door.
Holy shit, dude! It's been a long time since
Bitch,
I've
what
seen
the
you.
fuck was that? Hang on, what is that?
So no one can hear us.
Teach me how to do that.
No.
This is a school, after all.
Yes, but as you and I both know, we can't exactly learn magic. It just kind of happens for us, right?
I mean, we can learn magic.
No, we can't. It's in
We
us.
can learn it. We can't do it if we learn it.
Well, I guess that's fair. Yes. That's the thing. You see, I'm kind of the same way. I mean, I got in here and I've just been, riding under like any sort of vetting process. They basically don't have one at the school. It's pretty terrible.
Did they not make you teach the first day?
I got in here on agriculture.
That's agriculture. This is bullshit.
I got in here on agriculture. I've just been
Maybe
teaching agriculture.
Maybe I should have
And
tried for
eventually-
something a little easier than evocation.
Yes, that was stupid.
I can cast evocation magic. He just does 3 firebolts on the wall again.
And I can cast illusion spells, but you don't see me trying to teach illusion. I stuck with the plants. And eventually I got promoted up to here. And now I don't know what I'm doing.
You don't know what you're doing?
Not at all.
Not even like a tiny bit?
No. Not even a smidgen. That's why the vetting process for the school is so terrible.
You think like you have the chance to like improve it. You're the headmaster.
I'm like,
What do you do all day?
I literally sit here and water this cactus.
Why not still teach agriculture?
It's boring. It's not like I
Yeah.
like this stuff.
Yeah.
I was just
Then
good
why
at
are
it.
you here?
I get paid a lot, man. It's a good time.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, look, similar to you, we have a couple of students every year try to apply to the school who can just do magic on their own, and we really don't know what to do with them. So if you want to, I don't know, teach them, that'd be good.
What would you want me to teach them?
Well, it seems like you have good control over your powers, unlike most of these students. So if you could tell them how to hone that magic, it would be good.
I can do that. I do have to say that I frequently go on adventures, which I would bring back and tell my students about and teach them about
Sounds good to me.
off-world. So
Yeah.
I'll be gone.
Matthew McConaughey style. I like it. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, so he tells you a little bit more details about the class, and he tells you to come back the next day, and they'll get those students together.
Okay.
Mostly, he tells you they were just students who they had just sort of kept around to teach basic stuff to, but because of the nature of their magic, they were unable to like sort of keep up with wizard stuff.
They can't multi-class?
No, none of them are smart enough, unfortunately. No 13 int, unfortunately.
Oh, fuck, that's me. Hey, what's Toro doing the next day?
Toro, I don't know. What's up with you? This
you
happened like the day after you guys talked with Taha.
Okay.
First time.
Well, that'd probably be me. It'd probably take me at least that day and this next day to finish my axe, I'm guessing.
I'd say like your axe is like something you're doing for
day
a
and a
couple of
half.
hours every day. Like
Oh, for the week?
no,
You
not
take
for the whole
entire
week, for like 3 days in a row.
Okay, yeah. So I
You
of
probably have
course
some free
my the Rocky Talkie on me.
Yeah.
And I basically Toro probably said something along the lines of I'm gonna go finish my weapon.
Jack double taps his Rocky Talk. He's like, Toro. He like keeps tapping it, so he's like turning it on and off. Toro, you there? Toro.
Yeah,
Coral.
what? I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of like pounding out this fucking coral. Couldn't really hear you.
You're doing what to Coral?
The freaking the umber coral. I'm making it down into like.
pay attention to what you're doing.
Sorry, Mahim.
Who's that? You're really pounding something, aren't you? I can let
Oh my
you go
God.
if you like.
Jack,
I'm sorry,
Captain.
I'm sorry.
Don't need this
I'm
without-
sorry. I called out a bad
Mahim,
time.
my captain's calling. Could get like a minute.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not my
Captain,
problem.
I
Captain.
don't. Fuck. Okay, Jack. It's gotta be quick. If I let this cool down too much, it's gonna fuck up the blade real bad.
This is gonna be the fucking 3 I rolled.
I can't
Yeah.
listen. It's gonna be the 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I can't take you seriously right now when you keep making euphemisms like that, Toro.
What do you want?
Are you busy?
That's apparent. Yes.
For how much longer will you be busy?
Probably like at least another 2 hours or something.
Probably like another 2 hours.
I mean, you rolled the 3, so this.
What
this
time
one
is
like
it?
the last
It's
cost.
maybe a little bit longer if this cools down too much.
What time is it?
I don't know. When is your class held?
All my classes start at 1.
1? Okay. Let's say it's 3 hours before or 4 hours before.
It's in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm
it's in the
getting an
morning.
early start.
Toro, can you head to the wizarding school at 1?
Yeah, I'll have to figure out where that is, but I'm sure someone around here knows. What?
Right.
Whoa, why?
Bye, Toro. Thank you. Jack
Captain?
hangs up.
Yeah.
Captain?
I get no response.
Yeah. No response.
I look back in the middle.
Fuck! Wait, Mahim, did I fuck this up?
Oh
Is
yeah.
this... Oh, shit, I'm gonna have to
100%.
reforge this, aren't I?
Yep. That's more. I'll take it. I'll just put it on your bill. Don't worry.
God damn. Yeah. Okay.
I'll go back to doing that. I like that, dude. Full circle.
There we
Full
go.
circle.
It's all interconnected.
All interconnected. All right. So I guess whenever that time comes around, I'll either ask Mahim where that is or just
The trolley can just take you there, if you remember how those
Oh,
work.
shit, dude, the trolley system, public transportation. Do I get like a free like
There's like weirdos
sponsorship card usage of it, or is it just
all the
free
trolleys are free.
Wow, dude.
Shit, it's better
Free
than Austin.
transportation. Whoa, dude.
Whoa.
What the hell is that? Yeah.
As far as you
so
can
yeah,
know.
sure.
It's like
I've
a
used
European
I mean, we
country.
used trolley that once, so yeah, I
Yeah.
guess hopefully I can figure out how to
Yeah,
do
you
that.
go on. You're over there. Cool. So you find yourself before a large dark tower. There's an open area. You can just, or the doors are open. You can walk in. You're in the reception area.
I'll start walking in.
Okay. There's an elven woman at the front.
Before I talk to anyone, I'm gonna be like, Captain, can you hear me?
What?
I'm here at the front. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, very well. I'll come get you. And Jack goes to find
Okay.
Toro.
Yeah, we'll just say grab him, bring him to the
All
room.
right.
Cool.
Follow me, he says to Toro.
Oh,
Still-
this
still
is
on the
also the first
walkie-talkie.
time you're ever seeing your class.
Yeah.
So okay, so your class is composed of 4 students that you immediately see. So there's a human. Walking into your room, you see immediately a human in a dark cloak who's like sort of holding himself and like kind of rubbing his body. It seems like he's really cold. Or
I bet you have a tragic backstory.
Yeah. And then there's an elf, and they have they just have like golden hair, and they're sort of sitting in one corner of the room, just like seeming like very like nonchalant.
Seemed like a daddy's girl.
Not they.
Oh, I apologize.
There you go.
Out of character, I thought I heard that.
It's all good. And then there's a Goliath male.
Man, I feel like a dick.
It's all right. There, you get used to it. There's a Goliath male.
I didn't mean
Goliath
to.
male?
There's a Goliath male who's like sitting in the middle of the room.
Toro takes
Massive.
eye at this. Is he taller than me?
7 feet tall. So like
Taller than me?
about your same
Toro.
height.
I'm
Check it out.
6'5".
Yeah, he's
taller
taller.
than me.
He's taller than you. And he's just like as you walk in, he's like, hey.
See that, Toro? See that? Jack's just
How-
like nudging him
how,
as we're walking through.
How muscular does this apparent individual look?
Doesn't look that muscular for a Goliath.
So he's just. I mean,
he's like-
am I familiar with Goliath at all? Were they on Ontario?
Why don't you roll a history check? You may have
I may
have met
encountered-
one.
Yeah, we'll
or
see.
you may have heard of them. They're not that common.
9.
You've never seen them.
Never seen one.
Goliath before.
Also,
So they just look like he looks like a really tall, somewhat buff human to me
with pale skin, yeah,
with pale skin.
I'm
and like
currently,
red tattoos.
I'm like currently imagining that this is just like a outrageously long like lecture hall for like,
like
5
5 people.
students.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
pretty
they're
big
all
room
guys
for
spread
like
out.
5 people. Yeah, there's a gnome girl who's in the front, and she's like tapping her foot like rapidly.
You anxious?
Yeah, just first time I'm getting a magic class. So
What book you
so
got
excited.
there?
Oh, just this one's on just biology.
What about for this class?
I didn't know I had to buy a book.
You didn't know you had to buy a book for this class?
No one told us. We just kind of got here.
Well, yeah, that's good because you don't need to buy a book for this class.
Oh, that's great. Much better than the alternative that happened before. Anyways, and then okay, that's everyone.
So you said 4 people?
Mhm.
I get up there and I turn to them. Greetings, class.
And then a halfling falls from the ceiling and crashes into one of the tables. Ow. Oh,
You okay there?
yeah.
You gonna live?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Please try not to interrupt my lecture next time.
Sorry, I started flying and I couldn't stop.
You started flying and couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Jack looks up. What does he see? Does he see any like
Just the
damage to
ceiling.
the rafters or something?
Just the ceiling. He just was
All
flying.
right. We'll work on that. All right. Now, all of you sitting in the back, I need you to move up. I'm not gonna yell at you from all the way back there.
Shh. In the front row.
All right. Now, everybody squish together. I want you all say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, they do it. Like you see, like the elf is like, oh, because they have to sit next to the human and guy who's like, and they're kind of looking at him suspiciously.
All right. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Captain Jack Dawson, or Professor Dawson, if you will, or Captain. Here's my companion, Toro.
What am I doing here?
Toro is going to help us today with our demonstration.
You haven't Can I talk to you? What the fuck am I doing?
Don't worry, Toro. We'll explain. So now I'd like you all to introduce yourselves to me. And also tell me how you got your powers or how you can use your powers.
Shit, names. Oh no!
What are you doing?
Oh no!
Dude, Blake over here flipping the script.
As you said it, I was like, wait, I need names.
It's good.
Oh shit. Okay, well, we're gonna go with followers. First one. Okay, Will. Okay, cool. No, that's just Mason. Fuck. No, I can't do that. Okay, we'll just go with it. All right, sure.
They're all named Will?
No, but
Different spellings and pronunciations
different
of Will.
spellings of Will.
William, Willie,
What a
Wilhelm,
stupid fucking name.
Billy, and
Okay.
William
And
Shire.
Will, what a stupid name.
Okay, so the human's like, I'm Will. I'm Will. Hi.
How can you cast magic, Will?
I just cast it. I don't like to though. Really causes a lot of pain and
Then
suffering.
why are you here?
If I can stop causing a lot of problems whenever I cast magic, that would be good.
I see. So you do want to cast magic, just without the pain.
Yeah.
All right. And what about you? Gesturing to the next person.
The elf says, I am Polly.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Polly.
Nice to meet you as well. They have a golden radiance in their eyes as some sort of golden light begins to form in their hands.
What sort of magic can you
love
cast,
it.
Polly?
I mostly, well, if someone has injuries, I can close them up, and I
That'd
can
be-
also do. And then she kind of shoots a little bit of fire up into the air that kind of dissipates.
Oh, I like that. Your magic will be quite useful for today's demonstration.
Very suspicious of that one. The Goliath guy goes next. Yeah, I'm Doug. How are you doing?
Doug?
Yep.
What kind of magic can you cast, Doug?
I can only do it once a day, so get ready. And he firms up his body, and then his body starts to grow in size.
Is this the Goliath?
Yeah, and he's now 10 feet tall.
How is he sitting in a chair?
Oh, the chair's gone. He kind of got up halfway through as it broke. Yeah. So yeah,
Very well.
That's
Next.
pretty cool. I'd like to
and then
comment.
just back into 7 feet.
So you
Yeah, I
can't
can-
hold it for very long.
No,
All right, next.
and I can't do it again for a long time. And then
That's not as impressive, but still, it's good.
I tried. The next one is the gnome girl who says, "My name's Sam." And
Pleasure to meet you, Sam.
Thank you. And I just cast, I don't know if I really should though. It may not be a good idea.
Go ahead. Try it.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, fuck. I forgot wild magic sorcerers.
And so you see it casts prestidigitation and has a little flower appear in their hand or in her hand. So I just do small things like that.
well.
I don't like to do it a lot because sometimes when I do it, bad things happen. But nothing happened this time. That's good.
We'll work on that then. So you can cast higher magic and sort of cope with whatever may come with it. And the last person.
Hey, my name's Michael. What's up?
Hello, Michael. Man, all these people have basic white names.
Well, don't insult our followers. Okay.
What about the one follower from Uganda?
We don't have any followers from Uganda.
Uruguay, sorry.
Uruguay, yeah. I don't know if they follow us on Twitter. I know they listen to us.
Oh.
Oh man.
But yeah. So yeah, I make like, and then he sees like some electricity is like forming in his hand. I can do that, and sometimes I can fly, but it doesn't go well.
Very interesting.
I can't control myself when I'm flying, so it's not good.
Where's Shippy right now?
Is he even
Elsewhere?
here?
Like he's not
Yeah.
here,
Okay.
unless he brought him. But you didn't say to bring him.
I am today off.
Okay.
It was like, crisis averted. So I'm going to go up there and I'm going to say, so I'm guessing they've pushed you in other classes before and it didn't quite work out for you all.
And everyone just kind of like looks at each other and like nods. Yeah.
You feel like you're different?
The gnome girl says, "Yeah, I think I'm kind of different. Yeah."
Well, you are all different than the other students who study here. You're not like them. You're not going to be able to learn magic in the same way. You don't learn it in their formulas, Jack says, very condescending as much as possible. You have sort of an innate ability to cast magic, and you use focuses to cast your magic to be stronger and more targeted. And this class, we're going to talk about your lineages. We're going to talk about you specifically, how magic works for you, how magic works for other cultures. We're going to talk about sorcerers.
Okay.
All right. Now, I'd like to begin today with a simple demonstration. If you all would like, you can cast a spell, as I'm about to do. And Jack kind of stands back. So you see, for me, I have been blessed with a lot of fire magic. Everything that seems to be associated with me has to do with fire. I burned a few orphanages down in my childhood.
What? Okay. Is this like your life story seminar? Or are you like teaching these guys magic?
Jack walks over to
Very casual. About
like
that.
yeah, Jack's just kind of ignoring Tor. Kind of walks over to like be 10 feet away from him. He says, "So as you all know, you still need to shift the weave. You need to not shift the weave. I'm thinking of the magic item I got. Shift weave. You have to manipulate the weave of magic still to cast it, and still use symbols in your magic like this." And he casts Firebolt on Toro.
Oh God, I knew it was coming. Did you do the finger gun too?
Yeah, I do.
As soon as they see it, they're like, "No, don't you fucking!" I'll just raise up my shield.
18 does an 18 hit?
I have 19 AC.
Damn it!
It plinks off the shield.
Why?
I asked you to come here.
You didn't tell me why.
Would anybody else like to cast a spell on Toro? It's fine. He can handle it.
The human's like, I don't know if that's a really make a dex save.
Me?
Yeah.
Save? Okay.
What?
You know what? So I rolled my die. The D20 bounced onto Blake's D6 and landed flat. It bounced up and landed there.
I think that's a pretty awesome dex save right there, just because of the dice.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
don't even care.
it's not cocked.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
a it's a 16. It's just
16?
crazy.
Shit. Okay.
I've never had that happen.
The dice's movement is actually Toro in that case.
For someone of that level, oh wait, the save is 16, so you make it.
Oh shit.
Okay,
What's
cool.
going on? Because I'm not really paying attention to this necessarily either.
So basically, now everyone make another dex save.
Okay.
Basically, yeah, everyone.
10 feet
So basically, you see like a bit of like vomit leave from him, and it takes the form of like a ball of acid and fly right past you and slam into the wall. He's like, "Oh, sorry about," and then what'd you get?
I got 7.
13.
13. Rip. So basically, you see like his skin begin to bubble, if that makes sense, and like now you just like it was shocking and visceral, but now you are all covered in a thick layer of slime and like mucus that is just like exploded out from this man's body. And you see he's like completely unharmed in the middle of it. It's like, oh, I did it
Jack's
again.
gonna start prestidigitation on him.
Yeah.
In like every part of him. Then on Toro, then he's gonna go to the students. I think
Prestidigitation does clean clothes. Can't clean your skin, so your skin is kind of like.
Oh, you can wipe it off.
Yeah, you can wipe it off. Yeah.
I wipe it on my.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a squeaky clean.
Yeah,
but
so
it gets it off the.
The thing is, even with prestidigitation, there's still like a feeling of stickiness.
Yeah,
and, like
it's
almost
it's
like
been
someone
absorbed
rubbing
into
mucus
our
all over
skin
you.
a
still
little
just
bit.
at least
Terrible.
off me.
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah,
you.
we still feel gross.
You just feel.
I'm gonna look at Will and I'm gonna get very close. I'm gonna sort of lean in. I think you should sit a little farther back from now on.
Yeah. And he gets up and he walks to the back of the class and he's like in the last row.
Yeah, no, like as he goes, like can he like just not be in the last row?
Like what row do you
Like
want?
I want to tell him to go farther.
There's nowhere else past the last row.
Damn.
I mean that's like against the wall. Like where do you want him to go? Like that's it.
I thought you were like keep going out the door. I thought you were gonna like pull that.
All right. So since today is syllabus day, I'm going to tell you my expectations for the class.
Mm-hmm.
This is a mess.
Every class day.
Toro's saying
just
what everyone's
comments. He's
thinking.
just gonna sit down at this
Cast
point.
Firebolt again on Toro. 11.
No.
Plinks off his shield again.
It's like
Oh
not
yeah, I
fair,
was
right?
just fuck.
Jack's not even looking. He's just gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
So every day before class, you're going to be expected to show up 2 hours early at 11, and we're going to eat, and you're going to talk, and we're going to get to know each other. You're going to tell me about what magic you've been casting outside of class. You're going to tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm going to call you the Brunch Bunch.
Oh no. I don't like
It's
the sound of
not
that.
optional.
Not at all. We also have class at 11. What should we do about that?
Skip. This is the only class that really matters. That class doesn't teach you magic that's useful for you,
The
does it?
Goliath's like, yeah. Elf is like, well,
It will
not
be
like I'm learning
potluck
anything out
style.
of that.
If you wish, you can bring what you would like. I will be bringing food as well.
Sounds good to me. I'll
Paid
cook.
by the university.
Captain, I hope you know that I will not coming back here again, unless you really, really need me. But I do have other matters I need to attend to.
Oh, I understand.
Cool. All right.
Thank you for... Everybody give a big round of applause for our demonstrator, Toro.
Yeah, woo! Yeah, man, good job. Really, really nice.
Yeah.
want
Is that it? Is that all you
we're done.
needed me for?
We're done. Go ahead.
Great.
Toro limps out
Toro
of
will
the
just
room.
walk out. He's
And
kind
as
of
he's
got
like-
like a bit of a 1,000-yard stare, just like, what the why?
It's like he's leaving. Jack's going to make it a point. Like, Jack's going to be like... He's going to hold his arm out, like, stretched, and, like, basically hold his finger on both hands, and, like, he's about to snipe him. Like, he's making it a point to try and hit Toro. Just like...
I would say I'm not paying attention, so
18 again.
I would say I actually probably am not wearing my shield, so that
At
would
this
bring
point?
my AC down
Oh.
to 17.
Okay, so you hit Toro in the bum. Like, ouch. Roll damage.
Roll damage. Fuck, how much? Oh, shit. I forgot. Can I, like, roll the minimum?
No, you must
you
roll the
can't.
damage.
Roll your damage, Jack.
You know what the damage is, Chris? 2d10.
Oh shit, because you. Oh.
7 fire damage.
So Toro, your pants are on fire, and you are like, ow, and you put it out quickly.
How far away is he?
He is 20 feet.
Turn around, keep walking, hand axe at Jack. Not actually aiming toward him. I want it to land at his feet.
Okay.
Just really close.
Jack's
so
not
I'm
gonna
gonna
move.
I'm gonna be aiming not to hit him, but I realize by low enough I might hit him by accident.
Okay. So you're
yeah.
still trying to hit him, I guess.
I'm trying to
Jack's
get it
not gonna
very, very close to him.
Okay.
So I realize this might be an added difficulty to hit or whatever.
Sure.
Oh, that's a great roll. 14.
Fuck, that hits. What? That's that beats my
I actually wasn't trying to hit Jack, but I don't know if that hits or not.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits him.
By just pure chaos and accident. Sure, it hits. Roll damage.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I didn't think I was going to be needing to roll damage, but
So students are now watching as Jack
6
shoots at his friend, and then the friend immediately just turns around and throws an axe at him, and it just right into Jack's leg.
Can you like
in the
hit my
sixth-
toe?
I was aiming
Yeah.
at his leg. I was aiming to near next to his
So it
foot, so I
basically-
might have hit his foot by accident.
Okay, so it basically stabs into his leg, doing 6 damage.
I'll come get that back later.
I'll keep
This
walking.
class is pretty fucking dope. All right. And I
Hey,
think,
Polly.
yes.
Jack takes it out of his foot.
It didn't sink in too deep.
You wanna do something about this for me, please?
Ooh, I'm feeling pretty tapped today. I don't know if I can.
Pop quiz.
Oh, fine. And she'll walk over and heal you.
What?
Awesome.
What the fuck?
Sorry, they'll walk over and heal you.
No. It's pop quiz. I need you to heal me, or you get a 0. This is the most abusive classroom I've seen.
So there will be no grades in this class. Jack's gonna finish. There's not gonna be any grades in this class. At the end of this grade year, there's going to be an evaluation of your performance and how much you've improved, to whether I can decide whether you will move on to your next year. You understand?
Yeah.
There will be frequent in-class demonstrations, which I will ask you to perform your magic, and every day we will have those demonstrations, and also a small lecture in which I will tell you about magic out there in the world, and also help you all individually with how to work with your own magic.
Cool, man. Nice.
And since I frequently am away on other business, I may find someone to come in here and supervise you as you all work on your magic.
Radical, dude.
Does anybody have any questions?
Nah, man. Doug, don't speak for all of us.
What's your question?
I don't have one. I just didn't want Doug to speak for all of us.
So you want to speak for all of them?
No, wait. Maybe.
Who's talking?
Sam.
Sam?
Yeah.
Sam. Sam is now the Speaker of the House.
Ooh, I like that.
You have no real power.
Okay, and I think that ends Jack's classroom. Yeah. All right, Toro, what do you do? So
Well,
you made your axe.
I'm in my
Made your
axe, yeah.
Where are you? What are you doing?
Well, probably after I made the axe, probably test it out, figure out exactly what it does, of course.
Yeah.
I know that now.
Also, just
Its
give yourself a
capabilities.
long rest to recover from that damage.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm fine, because I healed.
Yeah,
He's talking to me.
I know.
whatever. Maybe just.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I guess I probably go back to the ship for now.
I mean, I assume you've all been staying there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you've been staying with Josephine, maybe, or like I don't know what your plan is.
I like going back and forth. I need to
Oh,
have some
actually,
independence.
No, I know what I'm gonna do. When I finish the axe, I test out a little bit. I said I was gonna go back to Mahim because I wanted to talk to him. Be like, so Mahim, I just want to say, by the way, thank you so much for, teaching me the smithing ways.
It's no problem.
I appreciate though. So I realize that this isn't the same, I'm presuming, forging techniques as it would be for armor or shields, though. Correct?
Not exactly. I mean, you would need to definitely put more metal in, and you need to learn a few different hammering techniques. Yeah.
I'm definitely not sold on my current armor, and I'm planning on purchasing something new, but definitely wouldn't be my end goal, per se. And I was maybe hoping if you had the time, if you wouldn't mind teaching me a little bit about makings of armor, and maybe suggesting a material I should make a set of armor out of. I can take a lot of weight. You see, a pretty sturdy individual. Something I could maybe be looking for while I'm out on the next job.
Well, I suppose you could. All right. Well, come along. I'll show you how to start along on the process of making chest plate.
Yeah.
But I'm not the best at armor. For that, you might want to talk to someone else. Maybe talk to Taha. He has a lot of the different types of armor that he collects, and maybe he knows someone.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize. Well, I'll take you up on the chest plate, though.
Okay.
Learn
And
how to make that.
he'll start showing you basic processes on how to sort of create a chest plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then after that, I actually probably go to Taha then. Probably go take the trolley to Taha.
Okay.
Figure out if I can
Toro,
talk to him.
nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Taha. Things kind of chilling out a little bit, or still in chaos?
Yeah, everything's fine. Talked to the leader of Golden Claw a few days ago. Yeah. Still waiting on word of what's happening exactly on Ravensmoon, but once I learn about that, we'll see what to do.
How many days we got left of chill out period?
I'd suppose most likely 3 or 4 more days at most.
Okay. All right. In that time, I actually came for you two. Different topic, unrelated to the job.
Okay.
Mahim was telling me that you are a collector of armor.
Armor? Yeah, I do collect some, yeah.
Do you have like a smithy around here that makes that armor, and specifically, or do you know someone who might know the ways of armor forging?
Well,
Looking to pick it up.
she does make quite a bit of armor. Her name's Lois. She's not around here currently. She kind of travels around to different planets. She's an interesting character, to say the least. She's from one of the Dwarven Forges. Currently, she's on this sort of mission quest type of thing. Basically, her father is passing away soon, and he is one of the heads of one of the Dwarven Forges. And currently, her mission is sort of to go along and make a fine piece of work to sort of impress her family. Hopefully, then she'll become the head of the family and of the forge.
Oh shit! So she's like really good.
Yes.
Damn.
Currently, she's in a competition with her siblings to sort of become head of the family. So she's out there right now looking for rare materials and metals.
Well, fuck. So she probably won't be around here for a while.
Well, you might run into her at some point.
I'll keep the name in mind. That's basically it, though. I mean, let's actually know. Honestly, I probably want to learn from someone that good. I could probably make some pretty good armor out of that if she'd be willing to teach me.
I don't see why she wouldn't be, if you can find her.
She's willing to teach?
She most likely will be.
Good to know. All right. Another thing.
Yes.
Something as you know, we're new to the whole space exploration thing and other planets and whatnot. And the other day you were telling us about the one empire you think might be behind...
Gefroren, yeah.
Huh?
Gefroren? Yes.
Yeah, your forum. You said that...
Gefroren.
Gefroren. Sorry.
Gefroren. Yeah.
How do you spell that?
G-E-F-R-O-R-E-N.
Wait, G-F?
G-E-F-R-O-R.
Oh, Gefroren.
Yes.
So I have an idea.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, you mentioned
Make
that
sure I
the
spell that right.
Gefroren Empire were the ones behind the fallout of a planet of the Minotaur homeworld.
Hmm?
You said the Gefroren Empire was the folly of a Minotaur homeworld?
No, they conquered the solar system where the Minotaurs and many other different groups used to live. So some Minotaurs left, and they've ended up here, far reaches of the solar system. They sort of live on a little planet little moon that rotates around Hikata. Yeah, whatever the pronunciation. Hichata or Hikata.
Horschata? Oh, shit.
No, it's not Orchata. It's let's just assume that he doesn't know how to pronounce it. Hikata.
Okay. Do you know a place I could maybe find more information about Minotaur's history?
Well, if you want to look through my libraries, I have a good amount of information about them. Yeah?
That'd be greatly appreciated if you wouldn't mind me doing that over the next few days.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So basically, Toro kind of, but after hearing that, thinking back, there weren't, I'm guessing, that many Minotaurs around on Terrell, right?
There were a few.
Oh, I mean, that I knew of. Like,
that you yourself knew?
Yeah, I mean, like...
You met a few.
I met a few, but, like, they were definitely few and far between.
Yeah, they weren't that common.
Yeah.
Just at least where you guys were, in, like, that portion of, like, the sea and stuff. Not that common. Yeah, it's H apostrophe C. So I was saying it right. It's Hecata. It's H apostrophe C-A-T-H-A. Hecata.
And that's where the Minotaurs are now?
No, they're on a moon that rotates around it.
Gotcha.
He did not tell you the name of the moon.
Gotcha. All right, yeah. So basically, I'm just going to be in my downtime. Not that Toro's necessarily great at doing library research or that he's done it before, but he's just going to try to maybe get some information about Minotaurs in, I guess, this part of the galaxy, figuring out maybe if, like, they had ever been to Terrell
Make
before.
a history or investigation check.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm guessing this would happen over a series of days.
Yeah, on and off.
Well, they're both the same, so I'll make an investigation.
If it's the same, it doesn't matter.
It's a 10.
10. Okay. You don't find a lot, but this is what you gather. Hecata is the 8th planet, farthest away from the sun here in your solar system. It does have a moon, which is known as Drefold.
Okay.
So that's Drefold.
Okay.
Which I just completely came up with, so I hope it doesn't have an offensive meaning or something. No, we good. Okay, cool.
It means
when
something.
you're a DM in 2019.
It's a slur in Canada.
Like that's what I was about to say. I hope it's not like a slur or some shit. In any case, so yeah, that's the name of the moon. That's where they live. As far as you can gather, the current group of Minotaurs that live on that moon are basically the remains of a Minotaur sort of empire that spanned an entire planet in another galaxy. However, you cannot find the name of the planet or what the name of that empire was, unfortunately. The book does not go into that much detail.
Gotcha.
But what you can gather is that this empire consisted of Minotaurs and Tieflings.
Okay.
And some humans as well.
But that's no longer the case on this new moon?
This new one
or
seems
I don't know.
well, you don't really know. They say that the remains of that empire have ended up on that moon. But they've mostly transitioned to a sort of mercenary style sort of work now. It's not even really a kingdom necessarily. It's just basically groups of mercenaries that live on that moon.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
And so that's what's left of the Minotaur Empire, supposedly.
Dang. Nothing mentioned about Teriel.
Toril?
Toril. Damn it.
It is known that some Minotaurs have traveled to Toril back thousands of years ago.
Oh.
That, like, you assume, possibly, that, like, it doesn't say much, but it does say, like, they used to travel around, so it's possible that some maybe made their way to Toril at some point before Toril was closed off.
Yeah, from
everyone. Okay. So maybe that's how. But that's all you can gather.
All right.
Bro, I can't wait to find out the mystery about why we can't go to Toril.
Yeah. That's not on the radar right now. Okay.
Long-term goals.
Long-term goals. I already have an idea.
Yeah. Okay. I think Toro will be content with that for now, and I think he'll just head back to the ship, and probably the next day will be when we all meet up again. And at that time, I'll probably go to the shop and also look for ship upgrades.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to do? You're good.
No, that's about what I wanted to do.
All right, let me add one thing in.
Sure.
Let's say while you're working on your axe,
Yeah.
at one point, Vita will walk in,
Okay.
and she'll ask you, Toro, do you think you could make me something?
depends what it is. This is the first thing I'm making, so we'll see how this turns out. But so far, it looks like it's gonna be all right. So yeah, I could maybe.
Could you make me a sword with a bowstring on one side and the blade on the other side, if that makes sense?
So like a single-sided blade, and on the flat edge, have it a bowstring connected to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can maybe try to make something like that. I'll talk to Mahim. I can't promise it's gonna be good. What material? Just normal metal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something that doesn't fall apart, obviously, but you know.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that'll be good practice for me. Sure. Yeah. Hopefully I'll have it done before we leave.
Okay.
All
How much will that cost me?
Don't worry about it right now. We'll talk about it when I have actually made it.
Okay.
All
Here goes one.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go from researching parts of the day to going to work on that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So let me make sure I'm getting this right. So it's literally it's like it's a normal blade, but
Mm-hmm.
I think what she's do you want basically one side to be edged and one side to be just flat blunt and
Yeah,
then
and then there's like a
connected to
bowstring.
that blunt end? She wants like a so how
You can cut into the blade and you can
Not
make
like, dude,
no,
a
not-
bowstring of like
no,
an instrument.
Not a bowstring.
oh a
but like a bow for a
bowstring.
violin.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Actually, yeah, so Toro's first thing, he's gonna make the blade, right?
Mhm.
Or he'll go and start making the blade first.
Okay.
And I'll ask Mahim if he has some metal I can buy from him, just some normal
Yeah,
iron or
it's,
some steel.
We'll say it's just like 60 gold.
60 gold.
Oh
wait, what sword does she normally use? She uses a short sword?
She uses a rapier.
A rapier?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but so for this, actually, I'd probably Rocky Talkie her, be like, "Hey Vita, I'm not sure. I know you normally use a rapier. I don't know what weapons you know how to use. Do you want this to be like a long sword, short sword?
Rapier sounds good.
You want a rapier?
Yeah.
Okay. A rapier with a blade?
Wait, what?
Rapiers are normally pointed,
Yeah.
Like piercing damage.
so you just want a rapier that has a bowstring on it.
Yeah. Is that possible?
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna fire arrows from that.
No. Like a bowstring for
Oh!
a violin.
Oh shit! Wow. Okay, I'm really glad you told me that because I was.
No, I don't know.
Jack's like hijacking like Jackson on the conversation.
No, he's not. Fuck off. What the fuck? Let's make
Fuck
it.
off,
want
Captain.
Jack
You're,
to be listening.
you're teaching your class.
Can Jack be like listening to Vito?
No.
How?
this is
Damn
a
it. How?
Private phone call.
If you can explain it, sure. But if you can't
Okay.
explain it, no.
I was talking to Vita while after she left. I was like,
So you
calling
want?
her.
What? All right.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
possible or not?
No, I think it is.
Okay, cool.
All right. Gotcha. All right. So on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask Mahim for the metal to make a rapier.
Okay.
So how much will that cost?
So
Would it just
to
be
make
the,
a
would
rapier,
it just be the normal price of a rapier?
rapiers usually cost 25, but to put the special attachment, let's just say it costs like extra, like 20, so 45 over maybe.
Okay. Yeah, what I was gonna do is I actually also want to, I guess as a part of that, probably find like a music shop or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I want to try
Most are
to
super cheap. You can just think of it as like negligible cost.
what?
You think
viol?
of the actual string for a
No,
bow.
yeah, no. I want to look at how it's attached.
Oh, okay.
Toro's not extremely familiar with musical instruments,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I guess I want to see how it's attached, and
Okay.
then I guess, I guess I want to figure out if I can attach it to metal, or I normally see instruments made out of wood.
Yeah.
So I'm basically trying whatever shopkeep is having to deal with this minotaur trying to talk about musical instruments, and she's like, I basically want a single violin string, but attached to like a sword, like metal. Does that work? Can I do that?
Oh, I mean, Go for it. Honestly, what the fuck? Why not? Like, if this is what music has come to in this day and age, well, yeah.
I'm just creating the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Hey, Grandpa.
Is there
Well, fuck off. Fuck off, child. I don't want to talk to you.
do I just want to actually like embed the string into the like a metal preface somewhere, or just tie it off to the thing?
Let's say, hold on, let me look up a picture of a rapier. Let's think about this.
Yeah, because a rapier, it's.
Yeah, I know what a rapier looks like. I'm just trying to think of like, where could we put it on it?
I mean, I guess what I'd think of is.
What if like, so it's still a flat blade. So what if on like one side you put the bowstring and on the other side
Yeah,
it's just
I would, but I have to have something to be able to tune and tighten it. So some type of contraption on the side.
That could be like
maybe
on
at the very
hilt.
maybe at the base you could put one.
Yeah, so I do it inverse like that. So like around the guard, well not, but there would also be like a mechanism to where you could tune. It's just a single string now.
Yeah.
And then I just I probably have like a little notch, like a little extruded bit on a side of the rapier where I could tie off the string. I guess I just do that.
Making fantasy weapons is hard, people.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I guess I'm gonna have to be really careful when I'm putting the bow into.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, just do that. You could put it on the flat end, or you could put it on like the one like sharp like end, right? You could just put it like kind of raised off a little bit. You can put that there. And also, rapiers are usually longer than like a bow for sure. So since it's not that
Yeah,
big,
after studying the bow, I actually know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because I'm also looking up a picture because I'm not super familiar with it. So what Troy's gonna do is on the guard, that's gonna be the base of the bow.
Okay.
And he's gonna add he's gonna have like a little metal preface piece where it can actually, and maybe some type of tightening mechanism there. That might be a little harder. You might have Mahim helping out with that a little bit.
Okay.
Because it's a little more fine stuff. And then it's gonna go. So it's gonna be two-sided. It's gonna be flat. It's not gonna be rounded, but it's gonna be thin. So it's gonna be a rapier pointed on the end.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna have it to where it attaches. I'm gonna try to basically just morph it into the metal as I'm forging it, as it's cooling down, which I know is gonna be hard because I don't want to catch the bow on fire.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay, cool. Make 3 subsequent smithing checks. One of them make it with advantage.
Okay,
so will help you
here,
on that part.
look, so first one I'm guessing is to be mainly forging the blade.
Yes.
So what am I doing for this? Forging
Literally
is,
strength plus your proficiency.
do I have proficiency?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is just made straight roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so strength plus proficiency. Okay. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong character. Sorry. That's a 21.
Perfect.
Okay, so the rapier
basically you get the metal together, you heat it up in the forge, and you are able to start banging away and like flattening into
Okay. Yeah.
solid piece.
Now
You're flattening it. You're flattening out the blade and sharpening it.
Yeah.
So
and then I want to.
So that's what you're doing right now. So that's
Yeah. So that's that. Oh, is there another check for that?
That's another check for that one.
Okay. Same thing.
First one was basically getting the metal together and heating it up and getting it into a usable way.
All right. So this one, same type of check.
Yeah.
That's
a natural 1.
Okay.
Am I gonna mean it?
No, it's fine. You can still make it. It'll just bring up the cost by like 30. So we're at 75 now.
But
Okay.
you're not.
But the other
So I
one,
need to make another one basically.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But I know how to make. I can make it.
You make it. You make
Okay.
it. Don't worry
All
about
right.
that.
Now this next part. This
Yeah.
next part's gonna be doing the bow portion.
Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna try to insert. Honestly, I'll just get some bow material from that guy, the musician,
Yeah.
and
Basically,
basically,
this is
I'm
the fine tuning part.
yeah.
So this one we'll say it's an intelligence check or wisdom check, whichever one you want to do.
Oh,
and you
choose.
can
Okay.
do it with advantage since Mahim is helping you.
I want that. No proficiency, just straight wisdom or int.
I mean,
Yeah,
what type of tools do you have?
I mean, I have navigator's tools and smith's tools. Oh, those are the
Yeah.
proficiencies I have.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna help you.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, just a plain old wisdom / intelligence throw. I know it's kind of weird to say like wisdom or intelligence, but I feel like it can go either way here.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna choose
So, like,
wisdom then.
just do
Wow.
Wow. Both of those kind of suck.
It's a 9.
9.
That's a 5 and
Yep.
7.
Rip.
Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen.
Yeah,
other
you.
people.
At one point, Mahim looks at you and is like, "Toro, why don't you just leave for a little bit, and I'll just finish up. You know, why don't you go finish on your blade? Why don't you go finish your axe?"
Yeah. Okay.
Toro's just like, damn, it's so much easier just making normal big sharp weapons. I'm not cut out for this weird
beefy
shit,
blades.
dude. I'm not cut out for this complex bow shit. I'm not a fucking musician.
At least you didn't. I wanted to see the checks he was going to make to have to make like a sword bow.
I'm glad we got that clarified.
I honestly was kind of tempted, like, not to correct them. Like, we shouldn't have said anything.
All right. Okay. So I'll leave.
Okay. Yeah, you tried. So basically, the final cost has now come up to 100 gold.
That's fine. I'll pay for that.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. So I lose
good guy,
100 gold.
Toro.
Okay. So I'll pay for that in platinum.
Okay.
Because it's basically Mahim I'm paying.
Yeah. For material and labor
Yep. I
costs,
give him
yeah.
10 platinum.
Cool. So you have
And
that.
I'll finish my blade. I'll come back. I think I got it. Oh wow. You actually got it. You didn't burn the. You know what? I think I'm better with just sharp weapons. I
agree,
don't
Toro.
think I'm at that level yet.
I agree, Toro, but don't worry. One day you'll get to it.
I mean, do you get requests like this though? Like, is this normal?
No, this is pretty much a fine work of art. I've never had to do anything like this before.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I think this is what she wanted. So I guess I'll contact Vita when I'm at Taha's place one time. I'll be like, hey Vita, I got the rapier for you. I'm at Taha's place doing some research on my own. If you want to come by and pick
Oh,
that
that
up.
sounds
in the next
great.
couple-
I'll come and get it. Fuck. And then you hear like some screaming in the background. I'll come and get it later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you good?
Oh, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And she puts down the thing.
Okay. Taha's kind of. Yeah. Toro's thinking back to how she just kind of randomly left, then she randomly asked her for this. Something's up.
Okay, so this is literally right after. Or when do you want to meet him? Let's say that much. So you have a week until like leave to Ravensmoon, is what we're saying. So like,
Yeah.
what is your plan?
Or
when do you want to meet Taha?
So I'll relax the next day, right? I'll meet Taha after I talk to Quinn, because I met Quinn, or I talked with Quinn the day after.
Mm-hmm.
I'll meet Taha like 3 days after.
3 days after.
3 days after we get back to Saloon.
Okay, so what exactly do you do? Do you just like kind of barge in, or like what?
Taha,
Taha, what's going on?
what's happening? How are you? No. I guess I'm just like wanting to know more about him and
Okay.
about like how he like is in the position he's in, like the life he's lived, etc. Like why he, well, not necessarily like his whole background.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's not what I'm asking for, but just like
No, I know what you mean, but like I'm just curious how you exactly going about this. Are you just like tell me about your life, dude, or like
yeah, just like hey, I guess I'm just like I talked to him earlier, like so after I meet with Quinn the next day, I said like, hey, do you want to get food or something with me?
okay,
And then we meet up and get food and discuss, so I can
Okay.
like get more information. And my motive is just kind of like A, learning more about who we're working for, and B, seeing if we can get any more information, just like going forward for any more missions that he assigns us with, to know that like
yeah. So Taha says, yeah, sure, that'd be fine. Why don't you just go ahead and meet me at the at my house, and we'll eat there. We have a
Is the whole roller coaster thing in Taha's house?
Yeah, so
I thought that was just like his office. Like,
so no, that's not his office. That was like, so basically what happened is you see like whenever you guys approach the house, like there's like a massive area behind. So there's like a huge wall around the whole property, right? But like he has a huge forested area like behind the house, like a backyard almost, with a massive fence. And that's kind of where there's like a little mountain in there and everything. And that's where this like roller coaster thing was basically. You know, a throwaway gag, which is forever there now.
forever. I still think about it. On the fucking gorillas and shit. Damn.
That was fucking amazing.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so I go meet him at his house.
Yeah. So yeah, you go ahead and meet Taha. He's in a.
Ding dong.
Josephine opens up. Oh, Ethan, you're here. Come on.
You two live together?
I work here.
You work in Taha's home.
I'm his maid.
And do you live here as well?
I have a room. I don't stay here always.
Crazy. Wow, Josephine, there's a side of you that I didn't know.
Ethan, are you all right?
Take me to Taha, Josephine.
All right, and then she like guides you over, a little confused. She guides you over to the banquet hall. Large dining room, basically not a banquet
Eat the
hall.
rich. Eat the rich.
Huge dining hall and long table. It goes on, and you could say it would probably fit about 30 to 40 people at this table. Taha's just at like one corner, sort of like sitting there by himself. Ethan, how are you, dude? Come on in.
Hello, Taha. How are you?
I'm alright. I thought we could just, meet up here, comfort my home, eat a couple meals, a small, nice meal, and
Eat a couple meals.
yeah, depending on how long we talk,
That's
maybe
very
like
true,
lunch
yeah.
and dinner.
I appreciate combination meals. Yes. This is wonderful. This works out for me.
All right. While you're sitting there, you see like some servant comes along and serves you guys. Probably asks you what you want more than like just brings you whatever. So what do you want?
I want something that's like leafy vegetables, like
Okay.
nothing too heavy, but like also like healthy stuff, no red meat. Just like leafy vegetables, greens, etc. with like sauce and stuff.
Okay, so they bring you out like a moon salad. It's like using a sort of variety of cabbage, I guess, that is extremely pale and very white, almost like the moony, almost like the moon's like surface.
I love that.
And it
Love
has like
cabbage
a
in salad.
purple sauce on top of it, which has like a beet-like flavor.
This is delicious, Taha.
Thank you. We'll send the compliments to the chef inside. In any case, Ethan, you said you wanted to talk to me. What's up?
Well, I just wanted to get a better idea of who you are. We didn't really get to formally introduce ourselves. We didn't really get to formally introduce ourselves when we first got acquainted because of the whole gorilla attack, and it was very prominent. And
Yeah,
I
hate those
feel
gorillas.
I feel like I don't know you that well, Taha. What's your last name, Taha?
Veritas?
Veritas. Oh, I should have known that. You're right. You have told me that. Taha Veritas. Well, Taha, are you from Saloon?
Yeah, I was born here. I've lived here all my life. I've left in the past, but nowadays I mostly just stay here on Saloon.
And what led you to have the job that you have now?
Well, Golden Claw is a pretty old organization. My mother was actually one of the founding members, and I've sort of taken on her mantle.
Your mother, and was she a prime member of the Golden Claw organization?
Yeah, she was a founding member.
Oh, wow, a founding member. So you probably had a lot of pressure on you.
I mean, yeah, but I had to take it over when I was relatively young, and I've sort of grown up in it. So at this point, it's kind of, I don't know, I'm used to it
It's a part of you.
in a way.
wasn't there anyone else to take on the burden?
No, not really. Sort of everyone under the Veritas portion of the company was sort of in a perilous situation when my mom left. And
So what do you mean left?
disappeared, if that makes sense.
Did you think she disappeared of her own will, or that there was foul play involved?
I mean, I like to believe it was foul play, but I don't know. As years go by, it gets harder to find any evidence that it was and sort of justify it. So,
Interesting. I'm not close with my parents either.
really.
Really.
I mean, it's not like you can really visit them anymore either. I'm sorry about that, but
Very true, very true. But from what I hear about these Watchtower halflings, they know more about me than I know about them.
Huh.
Do you know anything about them? Have you heard any rumors?
well, technically, Goldclaw does work with them on occasion. We do help them and protect them if they require it, which is rare, if ever. I'll say this much: most people say not to trust a Watchtower halfling, but on account of you're from Terrell and not from the Watchtower, that's mostly why I think I have grown to trust you and your group mostly. It seems like you guys don't really know what the
Anything.
Watchtower. Yeah, well, yeah. You guys don't really know much about the Watchtower, and it seems like you have no idea who they are, almost. They are strange, to say the least. We don't really understand much about them. They have a very secluded culture out there in their big clock. Their main export is clocks and various devices, various technology. We know that they do have research outposts here and there, mostly harmless, though from what you guys told me, it seems like one went rogue and they took care of that.
Yes, I remember him. He was quite the character.
For the most part, they seem to be a relatively neutral force, not getting involved in politics or wars or anything of the sort, but I don't know. Golden Claw's position on them has mostly been cautious, if that makes sense.
Cautious but supportive.
Exactly.
That leads me to my next question of why were you so comfortable hiring us? Why did you end up...
To tell you the truth, you guys did kind of fail the entrance exam. That was pretty bad. The xenomorph juice was pretty terrible.
I thought it was clever, Taha. What other fucking drink starts with an
That's what I'm
X?
saying. Like, there was literally a cabinet with drinks labeled from A to Z, and if you had just looked in there, you would have found 5 different ones that
But
started
we
with X.
passed.
After Josephine kept coughing and pointing towards, like, the clues, which was pretty
I'm
sad.
sorry that we didn't figure that part of your little test out, Taha.
It was pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie, but you know,
But
what
you
happened
still
happened.
ended up accepting us. Why? Did you see something special in any one of us in particular? And at this
Well-
point, Ethan kind of does this. His like hand under his chin and like presents himself.
No.
Oh,
No, I'm okay.
absolutely fucking not.
No. It wasn't necessarily that. It was just more of. I think I felt. I don't want to say pity because it sounds bad, but I felt bad for all of you since it seems you wandered upon a spelljammer that was left out there on Terrell somehow and undiscovered for so many years. And then you just ended up here in space and you didn't know what you were doing. And I just felt that if I let you all go, you may, I don't know, go down the wrong path or be killed and destroyed before we were even able to figure out what was going on with all of you.
Well, you're probably right about that. We probably would have ended up dead somewhere.
So, I mean, on account of Tito Lounge almost tricking you all and trying to kill you guys, I think it was good to sort of take you guys under, the Veritas group and just figure out.
So you think of us as sons?
I think
That's what I heard, Taha. No takesies backsies.
Ethan, your personality has changed quite a bit. What happened exactly on that fish planet?
Truly too much happened.
Oh my god, 3 months of fucking insanity on that planet.
Listen, the fish
So
planet...
much not accomplished, and yet so much happened.
Truly. I went into this experience such a serious man, focused on running from my past, but I've learned to embrace the moment. And additionally, it's been 3 days since I've been back, and I still feel like I'm deprived of oxygen, so I may be a little loopy.
It is a little low. Wait, have you been taking your oxygen pills? That may be the problem.
I mean, I may have missed a few doses here and there. I get a little distracted in the morning.
Yeah, your lungs
sometimes.
eventually get used to it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, so I may still be a little loopy from wearing off from the spells of being underwater for too long. So forgive me if
understandable.
I'm not making sense, Taha.
Well, maybe not sons, but apprentices.
Oh, I'll take it.
Apprentices that I view as
capable,
and then maybe I have some fatherly feelings towards. Hey, how about that? There you go.
Oh, that's what I've always wanted to hear. I told you I'm not close to my parents. They never would accept me for who I am. I ran away from home, Taha. You know that, though.
Yeah, you've told me
already
this.
known that, yes. It's so nice to get to know you on a personal level, Taha.
Yeah, it's good to talk with you as well, Ethan.
Yes, I'm so glad we agreed to do this, away from the rest of them. Sometimes they shun me because I'm short.
Really?
That's what I think. They do shun me. I don't know if it's because I'm short, but that's what I choose to believe.
Well, Ethan, size is definitely not an indicator of power. I'll tell you that much.
Very true. I could burn your eyebrows off if I really wanted to.
I'd love to see you try.
I'll save it for another day, Taha.
Yeah.
Don't tease me like that.
Yes, why don't we keep that for a very, very far away day?
Yes. When one of us is dead.
Probably will be you, but...
Probably. Probably. You're probably right. It's crazy.
Any other questions?
Any
other questions you have for me, Ethan?
I think for now I've gotten to know you well enough. So, you mentioned your mother, but what about your father?
Never knew.
Never knew him. Classic.
I
Men ain't shit.
Yeah.
Said a booming voice from heaven. Men ain't shit.
Oh, I think that was God, no, it was Jefferson. We hear him sometimes.
Sometimes,
Just
yeah. He
ignore
only speaks truth.
That's debatable.
Asshole. Do you have any questions for me, Taha? Do you want to know about me or any of us on the team? I would be happy to give you a rundown.
Yeah, I was a little curious. I remember one time someone offhandedly mentioned Jory's pig thing that happened. What the fuck was that? What happened there?
So, are you referencing the pig in general, or are you referencing when the pig was possessed by a voice and kind of led us to another dimension where we defeated the hags and a god?
The latter.
Okay. Well, basically what happened was the pig... Yeah. And it's crazy that all happened, but yes, Edna was wild that day.
How does... I feel like there's more to that one.
Probably. I don't think we've ever revisited it, though. I think we just kind of moved past it immediately after it happened.
That's really worrying.
I mean, we have kind of a la-di-da attitude on possessions happening. It's happened to us More times than we would care to admit. That and strange dreams as well.
Strange dreams, huh?
Yes, there were multiple times where death by octopus occurred in my dreams.
Well, that was probably related to the Umberly stuff that happened.
Oh, probably, but I know Jory has his fair share of spells that he falls under when he dreams.
Interesting. Well, I'm kind of done with my meal. If you want to hang out a little bit more, we can walk through the garden and kill some gorillas.
You have more gorillas in the garden?
They're always there. No matter how many I kill, they always find a way to come back.
That's crazy. Let's go kill some Taha.
Okay.
And then me and Taha go kill gorillas. Father-son bonding.
Oh.
Oh. That's actually my entire character now, is that I have daddy issues and I'm dependent on Taha for the fatherly love I never received growing up.
And you're like, Taha!
Taha, please.
Oh, shit.
That's actually the Dupont line.
Oh, my lord.
Even exploring his parental issues.
Oh, shit.
Hello everyone, Abel here. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of Sales Off the Rails. This one is a solar solace, which is what I've renamed what we used to call the interstellar breaks, just because I think it kind of keeps in line with the whole alliteration thing we have going in most of our episodes, which is kind of nice. And I apologize if right now I sound like garbage. I'm having to use the laptop microphone because I'm traveling, holidays, and mess. So I don't have a good mic that I can use right now. So sorry about that. Also, there's a dog that's right next to me, well, 10 feet away from me, and it's like making weird noises occasionally. So you might hear that. So sorry about that as well. In any case, friendly reminder to follow us on Twitter at SalesOffRails, or email us if you would like to name a character. We had a couple characters this episode who were named after Twitter followers that we have, such as Barry and Portley, Oleander, and those 5 students that Jack has named the Brunch Bunch. So if you'd like to be part of another kind of brunch bunch or some sort of random thing like that, hey, go ahead and follow us on Twitter. And if you guys are enjoying the podcast, please share it with friends, parents, siblings, mailmen, whoever really. Possibilities, as always, are endless. It really helps us out. We appreciate it. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, really wherever podcasts can be found. Now, for all the music we use this episode, we have Guardians by Art of Escapism, Green Lights by Jahzzar, Ruffling Feathers by Jesse Spillane, Beach Disco by Dougie Wood, I've Just Had an Apostrophe by Spazz Cardigan, Siesta by Jahzzar, Recreation by Airtone, Stealer by Density and Time, The Great Avenger by Silent Partner, and Distant Lands by Hanu Dixit. If you guys have any questions, concerns, suggestions, whatever, feel free to email us at salesofftherails@gmail.com or check us out on our website, which is salesofftherails.podbean.com. Again, salesofftherails.podbean.com. In any case, thank you all so much for listening. Please enjoy the rest of the episode, and have a nice day.
Let's say that you're... Well, what are you doing during your free time? Let's start off with that.
What am I doing during my free time?
Yeah.
Where did we leave off? We were in the... We just talked to Taha, right?
Yeah.
So we talked to Taha, and he was saying bad shit's going down. I don't know. I feel like I'm researching the Elven Fleet.
You want to research the Elven Fleet? Well, there are libraries you could go. Like, what are you doing to research?
Yeah, I'll head to that library, whatever one I can find.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's like
good
a
plan.
big old library, which I mentioned the name to once a long time ago, but finding the name right now would be a disaster. So instead, we'll just say you go there, and yeah, you can make it like a history check if you want, or investigation check.
Is it history?
Yeah, history or investigation.
Okay. It's +3, so 14.
14. Okay. So with the 14, you find really basic information. Elven Fleet founded about 2,000-ish years ago. And there's not much to read up on. There's like, you find like the designs of like some of their ships, which are oftentimes very nature based, like resembling leaves or trees and stuff like that. And you're also able to find a couple of references to initial conflicts with the Gefroren Empire a couple hundred years ago, and ongoing efforts to prevent them from coming in to the solar system. You also find, I don't know, some basic stuff, I guess, just sort of about like what they currently do and like where they currently are located.
Cool.
There's not much to it.
That's all I find? All right.
Yeah, there's not really much to, like, just from like what's publicly available in this library, you're not able to find much else.
Okay. That's cool. Gefroren Empire. Gefroren Empire. Okay.
Gefroren.
Gefroren.
All right.
Right. Well, cool.
Okay, so
I've learned that much. So.
Anything else specifically you want to do?
Would Taha know anything?
What do you want to ask him?
Like anything? Hey man, you know anything about the Elven Fleet? What's up with them? You know?
Sure. So let's say you go there and you ask him that at his mansion. Well, Jory, we at Golden Claw sort of have a neutral relationship with them. We kind of work with them every now and then to prevent Gefroren incursions into the solar system, basic stuff like that. We don't really deal with them all that much, though. They technically have control over the space around Saloon and the first 4 planets, in the solar system, but that's about all I know about them.
And now this Gefroren Empire. What do you know about them?
About 2,000 years ago, there was a really big war with this empire in another solar system, and in fact, they had been expanding across multiple solar systems. So 2,000 years ago, almost everyone in this solar system sort of banded together to keep them from invading, and we were able to close off the entrance into this solar system. And ever since then, there's been a few incursions by them, a few efforts to invade, but none successful.
Cool. All right, well, thank you for your help, Mr. Taha.
No problem, Jory.
I appreciate your time.
Yep.
So I got some information. Ready to fight the Elven Fleet, the Gefroren Empire. The Elven Fleet.
Okay.
We'll figure out who I'm fighting.
Okay. So that are you done with your investigation bit?
Yeah.
All right. So let's say one day at your what was it? It was like you were a chef in training.
Oh yeah, I was a chef for a bit. Yeah. We're still cooking.
Are you still doing that?
I'm cooking mostly for the crew. I feel like the job aspect of it has kind of shifted.
Okay.
Maybe I'll stop by and say hello.
Okay.
It's been a minute.
Okay. So you go by. It's only been a week, but you go by.
It's only 1 week. 10 episodes later.
10 episodes. 5 months later.
Yeah.
Anyways, you get to Oaken's place, his restaurant. You kind of see him like serving customers, and he sort of comes up to you.
Jory, it's been a while. How are you?
Hey man, it's been like 1 week. How's it going, man? You got restaurant up and going, monster meat. You know how it is.
Be quiet.
I mean, monster meat.
There you go.
Classic. Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Fought some flaming monsters, fought some witches, killed a shark, sold the meat. It was a good time. Good time, man.
A big shark, huh?
Yeah, man.
Very
Big shark. Big shark.
Kind of looks you up and down, and he's like,
looks like you got chewed up pretty good there.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean,
he's kind of looking at like the tattered clothes and.
I guess, yeah, pretty beat up. It's gotta been rough times indeed.
Well, I could. Well, you were pretty good for the 1 week you worked here. I don't mind. Listen, I know of a special kind of protection you could use since you're going off on all these journeys out there and, getting injured.
Yeah, I could use the help. All these clothes, let's see. This stuff's falling off. It's really not good. I'm just like ripping off like parts of my clothing.
No, please don't strip into this. Please. This is a family establishment.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
One woman with like covers her child's eyes.
Like, oh, yeah. It's like a nice restaurant. I'm just like, love this.
Pretty much.
Love this.
Then he's like,
okay, meet me at. Do you know of a place? It's a mansion far off near a forest. It's owned by a man named Taha. Meet me there.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. Oh yeah,
Very
meet
good.
you there.
okay, so let's say he tells you to meet up the next day. And so you head off to Taha's mansion, and you see Oaken is hanging out by the wall, like off to the side.
All right.
All right, Jordy. We're going to climb the wall and get in, and then we're going to go through the forest area.
I could probably just walk in.
We must do this.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right, we're climbing. Let's climb up this wall.
Okay, so you guys, just make an athletics check.
Probably not gonna be the best.
Make it with advantage because he helped you.
Because he helped me.
He helped you
It's
get
the same roll.
fucking shit.
It's could it be acrobatics? No, athletics.
Maybe
it's a 12.
You can get over the wall with a 12. It's fine.
Okay.
All right.
And so you guys head into the forest area behind Taha's house. You see the sort of roller coaster above you. This
is where we fought the monkeys and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, long
so
ago.
he basically leads you deeper into the forest until eventually you guys are sort of approaching a clearing. And you all enter into this clearing in the forest, and in front of you there's this like large cave.
Large cave. I guess we going in there, right? No? Maybe?
No.
Oh.
And then sort of you hear like from the side
You hear that?
and then you just see like this like head pop up from like the trees, and then like another one, and like before you know it there's like these like at least 30 or so of these gorillas with like white long fur just looking down at you from the trees and like from between.
Shit, did I take
like,
Speak with
brushes and
Animals? Fuck. This would have been a perfect time for that.
Calm down. Don't worry. They won't harm us. Here.
All right.
And then he basically makes a motion with his hand where he puts it in a fist and like kind of does a little thing with his fingers, and then he beats on his chest 3 times in quick succession. And then you see all the gorillas just kind of looking at each other, and like they start to get more frenzied, like, and like they're sort of like banging their like chests and like banging against the trees.
Cool. Okay. I like this explanations. Makes a lot of sense.
Jordy, we just... All right, get ready for a fight. We just challenged their leader.
Why? Why did we do this? What the fuck did you get me into?
And then from within the cave, you can hear like...
I thought we were going shopping. I just wanted a shirt. God damn it.
You hear like this loud of like footsteps, like sort of... No Foley, Blake. No Foley.
No
That-
Foley allowed.
Okay.
Get out of here. No Foley noises.
No Foley noises. You see, basically from within the cave, this large white gorilla begins to emerge. And the first thing that strikes you about it is the 4 arms it has. And it
the
comes,
4. Okay, now clarification: the 4 arms or the 4 arms?
Arms?
4 arms.
Yes.
4 arms.
Yes, 4 arms.
So he has 4 arms, or
4 arms, 2 legs.
so the number 4.
Yes.
Okay, not. Never mind.
No, not like
No,
F4.
no.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
he has really big forearms. He's been
He's been fucking. No, he does too. He's been working the fuck out.
So he has 4 arms with big forearms.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
4 arms with big forearms. Yes.
I like it.
And so this humongous white gorilla exits the cave and sort of looks down at you and Oaken.
Is he a spider monkey?
No, spiders have 8.
Is he a fuck? What has 6 legs?
Squids.
No, they have 8. They're octopus. I know this.
Just fight it.
I can talk to.
And then you see like it has like 2 littler arms, like the ones on the bottom are a little bit smaller.
All right.
And so it uses those to beat its chest while it like makes a motion with like upper arms and it starts charging at you
fighting.
guys.
Okay.
Let's roll initiative real quick.
Oof. I got a
You got a 4.
I got a 6. Beat that. Wow.
You really.
Wow. We really got that one.
So anyways, Oaken runs up to the gorilla and smacks it with his axe. We're gonna see what that does. That is going to hit 7 health.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna use plain attack with the longbow.
Okay.
Plus 9 does an 18 hit.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1d8 plus 4. So that's 8 damage.
8 damage.
And then I'm going to hit him again with the longbow.
Oh yeah, you have multi-attack now.
Yeah, and we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm actually, before I do that, I'm gonna do Slayer's Prey on it.
Yeah, that's fine. Just say it ahead of time.
No, yeah, I'm not doing it on that attack. I'm doing it on this one. I can only do it once per turn.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it, and then so this one I'm gonna take a -5 penalty.
Okay.
It's -5. Oof, natural 1. So that's
negative.
That's +9 minus 5. It's a 4.
So not gonna hit.
It's not
Natural 1 is always an automatic
auto,
miss.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
critical miss. Okay.
That's fine. So you did 8 damage. Okay. So initially Oaken basically runs up, cuts it right across the stomach. You immediately shoot an
I also
arrow.
want to run away from it.
Oh, okay, you're gonna run off away from it. All right, that's fine.
20,
It
30.
smacks him in the face,
Sorry, Oaken.
and then
I'm gonna live
It
through
will-
this one.
so now it's this thing's turn. It will use its multi-attack. First thing it does, it's gonna bite Oaken. That's a fat rip on Oaken. How much damage is that? Oh shit. Okay. 7 damage to it, or 7 damage to Oaken, and
He'll
then
be fine.
it uses a bonus action to use its special ability.
Cool.
So from over there, it basically you see it bounding towards you, and it's gonna attack. So that's a 20 something on the first
Multi-attack.
hit. A 16 or 17 on the next attack. A misses you for sure. And then that's a 20. Or no, 19. Sorry.
Okay, so 3 of those hit.
3 of those hit.
So this man has 6 attacks per turn.
5. 1 bite on Oaken, 4 attacks on you.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
That's-
I'm probably gonna die here.
I'm just using like average damage for this one. The 7 times 3, let's just say. Or actually, that sounds bad. I shouldn't do that. Hold on.
Yeah. 7 times 3 was
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
so rough.
I was just realizing.
I mean, the rolls are probably gonna be worse.
No, they're fine actually. It's 13 plus 17 damage.
Cool.
He's gonna schmack it. Natural 19.
We need something.
Okay. So 11 damage to it. It's looking really bad.
Thank God.
It's like really bad. And then that's all he can do.
Okay, well, I'll just shoot him again with the bow. Will I get disadvantage because I'm within his attack range, or I'm not within my attack? I'm not within 5 feet,
yeah,
so
you're fine.
Okay, first attack's gonna be normal.
I don't use the like short range disadvantage roll.
That's
so.
a 20 to hit effective.
Hmm?
It's an effective 20.
Effective 20? Okay. Yeah, that hits.
D8 plus 1d6. I forgot.
So Oaken comes up, smacks this guy,
It's
draws his attention for a minute. Jory, you pull back your bow.
It's gonna be 8
and
damage.
8 damage, okay. Good shit. And then,
Then I'm gonna do the same thing, except I'm gonna take a -5 penalty
okay,
to the attack.
go badly.
I gotta actually maybe I'll do a regular attack because I don't trust myself. No, I should have done the other one. Okay, it's a 19 plus 9. It's a million.
Yeah.
We're gonna do 1
Effectively.
Yeah. God, these rolls are awful. That's another 8 damage.
Okay, how do you want? You killed it.
Okay.
You
I
got him.
shoot him as he's charging at me. Shoot him in his foot, and he falls over.
Okay,
And he gone.
so
Just like that.
sort of like in tandem with Oaken, he smacks it from behind with his axe, cutting it up. It begins to trip. Your arrow goes right through its foot, sort of pinning the foot into the ground. And unfortunately, that process breaks the gorilla's foot. It sort of bends forward and onto the ground. Dead.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty epic. So that thing's dead. All the gorillas around you are like panicking, like, and you see that.
I am the Gorilla King now.
And then from the distance, you can hear.
Speak with animals would have been so great right now.
You can hear like some yelling, and you can kind of recognize the voices of Ethan Eigen and Taha. You can't hear. We can't hear you, unfortunately, Jeff.
These mics are too good. Get out of here.
Anyways, so basically, you just hear them yelling and you hear a bunch of gorillas like pains and like screams as like it seems like they're doing their own massacre of gorillas.
Oh no!
Nearby.
Why? No, God.
That's explained in the other.
Run,
parts
my
of this.
friends. Run with me. Come. We will escape. And I lead them to safety.
Animal handling check.
Oh, I think I've done these like one of these once, but I'm really good at it. Yeah, it's 20. It's a 20 fucking 24.
Well,
Am I the Gorilla King now?
I wasn't expecting that. So surprisingly, Jory, what happens is, Oaken like starts beginning to carve the big like Gorilla King, and it seems that that whoever kills the old Gorilla King becomes the new Gorilla King.
Yes.
And so you are now Gorilla King.
I'm Gorilla King.
And
okay.
You are now leading a pack of wild gorillas out of Taha's backyard and over a fence. And you can hear Taha and Ethan are just like massacring gorillas in the distance.
Oh,
but it seems
God.
like you were successfully able to like lead them away.
I think that's a good place to leave it off.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
gorilla,
that's a really
the Gorilla King. I
wasn't
ride away
expecting
with
that
my
one.
new family. I don't need a pirate crew anymore.
Yep. Okay.